Hello all, and welcome to the MYP Masterclass. Today, I will be going over persuasive techniques, specifically ethos, pathos, and logos. This will be very useful when you're working on debates, persuasive writing, or speaking, or if you're analyzing something like a marketing campaign or a political campaign. So let's begin with ethos. Ethos is about the speaker and the credibility that the speaker has to convince their audience. Therefore, it relies on trust, credibility, reliability, and authority. It's when you show your audience that you are trustworthy because you are an expert or knowledgeable on the matter that you're speaking about. For instance, a dentist recommends a toothpaste. You trust them because they're an expert in dental care. The main question that you should keep in mind when working with ethos is, why should your audience believe you? So for instance, expertise, as we spoke about with like a toothpaste ad stating recommended by dental professionals, adds a lot to the trust the audience has on you and your authority to recommend said product. Or for instance, in many marketing campaigns, you'll see like a celebrity, the fact that they use it, they're a public figure and they likely have your trust or your preference, and the fact that they're on the ad, that will likely increase like your likelihood of buying the product because they use it, so you could use it as well, and they give credibility to the product. For instance, take the following statement as a different type of example of ethos. As a certified bike safety instructor who has trained over 200 students in safe biking practices, I can tell you that wearing a helmet is the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself. Here, the speaker's solution to their experience helps them establish their credibility. They have been doing this for a long time, so you trust that they know what they are talking about. Next up, we have logos. Logos is about reasoning through logic, facts, and statistics. It's when you show your audience your argument has been proven through concrete data. Example, a scientist using data to explain why recycling is important for the environment. So, what facts or logic can you use to support your argument? That is the question that you should keep in mind when you're using logos. Facts, statistics, data, that's all there is. So for instance, if hand sanitizer goes 99% of bacteria eliminated, you will trust that because that is a proven fact, and it will like make you more prone to buying this product because there's a fact that supports it'll work and serve its intended purpose. A statement that uses logos would look something like this. Did you know that recycling one aluminum can saves enough energy to power a TV for 3 hours? If every student in our school recycled just one can a week, we could save enough energy to power 100 TVs for a year. Here, the allusion to like concrete facts, you use numbers, you use data, you do like the research and the calculations, that gives you credibility and will work towards persuading your audience. Lastly, we have pathos, which is about emotional appeal. It's when you appeal to your audience's feelings, like happiness, sadness, fear, or excitement, or empathy, or, well, there's many others. Example, a commercial showing a sad puppy to encourage people to donate to an animal shelter. If you are shown a sad puppy, you will feel sorry for the puppy. And that feeling of like feeling sorry for the puppy, that feeling of pity, that will likely make you want to donate. So the main question in Pathos is, how can you make the audience feel something? And of course, what do you want the audience to feel? So often anecdotes might work, whether they are personal or someone else's. Hypotheticals like, imagine if, and you begin to present a scenario that will evoke an emotional response from your audience. And Pathos very closely tied to storytelling. Whether it's your own stories or someone else's, it's very relevant to this type of persuasive technique. Now, take this ad. Spare parts for humans are not as original as those for cars. Don't drink and drive. Now, it's a bit of a drastic example, but here we can see pathos as it evokes fear, concern for both your economical stability and your own safety, and that is why this ad is effective. So a statement could look something like, imagine a scared, lonely puppy sitting in a cold cage, waiting for someone to give it a loving home. For just $10, you can help feed and care for animals like this puppy, giving them a second chance at life. This makes you feel sorry for the puppy. It makes you imagine the puppy sitting there all alone, cold, and it also evokes like almost it's almost inspirational. You feel like you want to help this puppy, give them a chance at a second life. It gives you hope it makes you feel like you can be the reason this puppy has hope. And that works towards persuasion as well. So let's take a look at how would a full example using all three techniques look in an argumentative text or speech. As the president of the Environmental Club and someone who has studied climate change for the past 2 years, I can assure you that recycling is one of the easiest and most effective ways to protect our planet. Experts from the Environment Protection Agency, EPA, agree that recycling reduces pollution and saves energy. Think about the future of our planet. Imagine your favorite park or beach covered in trash, or animals like sea turtles and birds suffering because of plastic waste. By recycling, we can make sure that further generations, maybe even your own kids, get to enjoy a clean and beautiful earth. And the best part? It's easy to make a difference. Did you know that recycling just 1 ton of paper can save 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, and enough energy to power an average home for 6 months? If every student in our school recycled just one notebook at the end of the year, we could save hundreds of trees and thousands of gallons of water. The numbers don't lie. Recycling works. So here we can see how this person has integrated all three techniques. The speaker establishes themselves by saying who they are and the fact that they have studied climate change for the past 2 years, and therefore they have credibility and authority to be speaking on the matter. You can see the emotional appeal, for example, imagining your favorite beach covered in trash. That is pathos. And lastly, when they speak about how many trees you can save, how much good you can make if you only take this small concrete measures using data, numbers, statistics, that's logos. So hopefully you can use this to strengthen your persuasive strategies and your analysis of persuasive techniques in text.